Hey, this is Trevor with Streets Ahead. We're doing a little bit of a review of our 2027 Trails West RPM Freeride. This is the 30-foot gooseneck version. There's a 24 and a 36. This is the mid-length. So I'm going to start at the front here in the bed area. Okay, so one of the things that we love the most about this trailer is this upper bed area where you're above the hitch. There's enough room. I'm sitting in the bed. I'm pretty tall. You can sit in here and get ready. And then off to the side, there's charging ports for each side. So you can put glasses, watches, phones, whatever you want down on the sides on the carpet. And then you have tons of storage. There's 3 shelves. There's tons of room. You could fit probably 2 weeks worth of clothes in here. The stereos over here, you can turn off all the audio. You can turn on and off for inside and outside. It's just really well laid out back here. The only critique I'm gonna say that if you're a cold sleeper, if you have this roof AC on up here, you're going to the vent is pretty much gonna blow right on you while you're in bed. My feet get cold, and we had one issue, and it's not Trails West fault. It's just the design of these AC units. When we closed this vent, it frosted up the unit. And so, just something to keep in mind. Sometimes you got to keep this open. It was like 90 out, 85% humidity, so these were already struggling. But it's just something to keep in mind. You could get cold with this being right up here, right by the bed. But it is nice when it's hot out. It'll keep this whole area cool. Okay, so the only thing that we found that just doesn't work, and we're in a rural area, so that might be part of it, but this has an HD TV antenna mounted on the roof, and then it has a coax port that comes out behind the TV. Doesn't work. Doesn't pick up any channels. Can't use it. It's useless. It's a smart TV though, so I don't think most people are going to use it. You just hook it up to the internet, hook it up to the hotspot on your phone and watch. But if you're a person that wants to watch live TV, it doesn't pick up anything. And I have an antenna in our house. It picks up tons of stuff. This one just doesn't work. I haven't contacted them. Maybe there's something loose, but just something to keep in mind. Another thing that's super awesome here is this storage area under the stairs. And right now we just have, some random junk in there, drinks. But there is a separate storage area there, mainly this that you can use. That's like the pumps and the water systems and stuff. So, let me think here. Fridge and freezer are awesome. They're huge. We have a ton of stuff in there. They run on a 12-volt system with the solar that's built into the trailer. So, we don't have to have the RV plugged in. You don't have to have anything. As long as you have sun for a little bit every day, these work. Even if you turn off the power on the wall for all the lights, these always stay on. They're locking, so you don't have to worry about it popping open while you're traveling and all your stuff falling out. This is one of the best features we found on this trailer. We love it. Storage areas, it's pretty good. There's tons of storage. The pipes are hid way up, so we have a bunch of stuff in there. That's been great. This is where the trash can is, and then you have these two just open. You can put stuff in. The stove is a little bit underpowered. When you turn it on, you're not boiling water in a minute, so don't expect it to be a full cooked stove. It's for warming something up real quick. Well, I guess not real quick, but it works. It's just not a super powerful stove. Good storage here. Microwave's awesome. It's powerful. We have had a couple problems where this glass tray comes loose and then it won't turn. I kind of wish they didn't have it in an RV where it has a separate glass tray, but whatever. Controls are super intuitive, easy to use. You can push buttons and look and see what everything's at. As per usual in most RVs, the black tank, we just emptied it. It's empty. Stuff gets on the sensor, so ignore the black tank level. You kind of got to keep track of it yourself. Hit that button. Your water's on now. Good to go. No problem. You hit that button. It turns your water heater on. As long as your propane tanks are on, you'll have hot water in like 4 or 5 minutes. It's quick. As far as the water capacity goes, we had We camped at a race the other night, had 4 people shower, washing hands, using the toilet, everything. Still had tons of fresh water left. Gray water tank was like 3/4 full after full showers. People, you know, doing things for 2 full days. So I'd say 2 days for 4 people, it's pretty good. It's like a 40-ish gallon tank. We're kind of coming into one other thing that we didn't notice until we bought it, which is in the kitchen, you have 2 plugs. You have one by this little, whatever you want to call it, shelf, countertop, for like a crock pot, mixer, whatever you want to put there. And then you have one here. So that's it. If you want to put a crock pot here or something with a short plug, there's nothing on that back wall. There's no plugs. So you're kind of stretching stuff over. I wish there were more plugs. It would have been nice to have a plug like up here somewhere. And then on the plug topic, I'm just going to walk over here and show you. There are a total of 3 110 plugs in this trailer, and the third one's right here. So there's no plugs outside. There's no plugs on these back walls to plug like lights in or fans or anything. It's 3 110 plugs in the whole trailer, which kind of sucks. There's nothing in the bathroom, so you couldn't shave in there or something. Even though there is a mirror in there, there's 3 110 plugs. Speaking of plugs, there is USB type A in every cup holder. So there's 1, 2, 3. Is there a 4th one over there? It's just 3. But so you have a total of 6 USB plugs. We use it a lot, topping off phones, charging cameras. We have receivers we use at races. You just pop them in there and plug. They're fast chargers. They're awesome. That was really well thought out. The cup holders are sweet. They're stable. I like how many cup holders there are. One other thing we had to add, like the night we got the trailer, because we were going to a race the next day, it comes with this airline track here in the center, which is great. It's flush. You can run your feet over it. That's it. That's the only strapping mechanism you have in the whole trailer. So we added E-track on this side for tire racks, and then more airline track over here. And in the future, we may have to put more airline track or more E-track somewhere, but you get the one in the middle, that's it. So if you're going to take this right away and go on a trip, make sure you can strap your stuff. There's not even like hooks in the wall, which is, it would be nice if they just put a hook like every 6 feet or something, but they don't. Nightlight switches. Each one turns on one LED, not all of them. But it's nice, like if there's someone sleeping here and they want to do something, everybody has their own nightlight switch. There's one up front, there's one on each wall, and then this one back here. Strap storage is nice. You can just hang all your straps. You can strap them to themselves. Just kind of keeps them out of the way. We've got straps everywhere because we're using the trailer a lot right now. This bed is awesome to fold down. It's not hard. I can actually just show you here real quick. Here, watch out here a second. There's a latch. You click the latch. Then it has a gas strut in it. You just pull down, kind of swing this leg out. Bed's done, good to go. Super great bed. It's a normal mattress. You could put any queen size mattress in it and you're good to go. Okay, so then going back up, it's also, you're not picking up the full weight of the bed because it has the 2 gas struts in it. So you just pick up, and even if you were to drop it, it kind of catches it, but it just helps make it easier to fold it up. And then you just push it in, latch it, and it's good to go. You're ready to move. These beds here, we got the option that has 2 of these couches. They have one with another couch back there, or bunk beds back there. We just got this one that has these 2 beds that are also couches. So when you were putting it in couch mode, which is what we use it for the most, you can just swing these out. You pull one tab, there's just one, not one on each side. Fold that over, there you have a couch. And it's awesome. Part of me says these legs are kind of flimsy, but we've used them, kids bounce on them. They're sturdy. Windows are right back here, so you can open them. If it rains, it doesn't matter because they're just, the bottom pops out. There's screens on them that you can remove. Cabinet storage. These cabinets are awesome. super roomy. Right now we just have stuff for go-kart racing in here, so I've got tire prep rags and all that. But everything is slow close. They're all big, nice cabinets. They're sturdy. They keep this stuff in. This one back here is bigger by a little bit. We've had these pack-out boxes actually fall down during transit, and it doesn't pop it open. You know if it's closed that you're pretty safe. I will make one note about the AC units. I kind of mentioned it before. So this thermostat just does this unit. The one up in the bed area does that one. So you can close this divider, and then you could have this area be separate and make it colder or hotter, and then just do this back area. You can run one of the ACs on a 30 amp generator and it will run it just fine. If you try to turn both on, it just immediately pops the generator, won't do it. If it's hot outside and it's hot in the trailer, it takes an hour to cool down. They're not fast, and that's not Trails West fault. That's just what they put in here. It's going to take about an hour to cool it down. It does do its job, and then it maintains well, and since there's some insulation in here, it stays cool. And at night, when it's cold outside, it stays warmer in here. You can crank the furnaces on, and they heat up this area fast. It's awesome. The fact that it has insulation in it was a big selling point for us, because if you're going camping in October, November, you're warm. You don't have to worry about it like in a wood RV. Yeah. Okay, so a cool thing they added in like 2025, I think, is that the bathroom has its own door. So you can close this interior door here. You can lock it. You know, if you're at a camp and you have like family and you don't want to let them in, you know, if there's kids or something and you just want to let them into the bathroom, then you can do that. Or if you want to make this your mud room, this is an awesome mud room. The toilet's been fine. It's gotten clogged a couple times, but that's just because it's a small toilet. It's got some battle scars in there. We'll take care of that. But it's a fine toilet. It works when you flush it. I guess the water's off, but when you flush it, it opens the little hatch and it goes down into the strike zone. Trails West does a really good job of making everything serviceable. The water line is under this track here. And so if you had to service it, you could just pop this off. It screws in. There's a normal fitting. You can go to Home Depot and buy this stuff. And then one thing I really like about these trailers, this is a floor drain. It goes straight down. So if you got a bunch of mud in here, you can just take a hose, and I have done that in the back, and wash the trailer out, and it will drain out. They're designed for snowmobiling and winter activities, so there's lots of water and ice. Just wash it out. There's a fan built in. They tell you in the little manual it comes with to always have this open and have this fan on. It's not that loud. It's not obnoxious or anything. When you're showering though, it definitely helps move the steam out. It does a decent job. And then I don't know why, but there's another switch up here to turn it off and on. You can take this screen out. I don't recommend that. You get tons of bugs at night. But you can see the two lights do a really good job. This is a sunlight that it doesn't come with a cover for, but if it's daytime, you have tons of light in the shower. So once again, this isn't really a diss. I'm just telling people that might buy this so that they know. The shower's small. So I'm like 6'1", all right? So I'll get in it here. So when I'm in here, it's tight. Like if I'm trying to wash and this door is closed, like it's tight. I'm hitting my arms on the walls, but it works. It's an RV. I'm not, we're not buying a giant fifth wheel with, 35 slide outs. It's a shower. It works fine. It drains well. It's got a little cubby in there to hold your scrubber and your soap. Don't put the soap up there when you're traveling. It'll fall down and break. This one already fell down and leaked everywhere. But it's a shower. It works. It's just if you're a bigger person or if you're tall, you're cramped. I'm pretty sure even a kid would be cramped in there. Okay, so moving outside here, another thing we really like, the speakers on the outside, it's cool. We haven't really used it because we've never been in an environment where we needed it. The power awning. So the control's right in here. You can just press a button roll your whole awning out, and I'm not going to roll it all the way out, but then you also have lights underneath, which don't do a whole lot, but they give you something, and then the handle's lit up, which is kind of nice, but it's not putting out a ton of light. It's nice to have. It looks cool. Let me close that up. Awning has been great. No problems with the awning. I know a lot of people have problems with awnings, but it works. Put it in if it's windy, all that stuff. The stairs are good. There are V stairs, so they give a little bit when you step. That's normal. You have to close the door all the way, latch it, then you put them up, put both pins in like that, one on each side. So it's not one of the like fancy automatic folding ones, but it does the job. It's less stuff to break. The jacks are awesome. It's a 19 millimeter. Zip it down on an impact, level it up, you're good to go. Oh, that is one thing I should mention. There are no levels included with this RV. We had to put some levels on. We just got some of the stick-on ones, but it doesn't come with any levels. So you can either put like the little modules in the thing to hook to your smartphone, or you buy one of the $20 packs of 2. You put one on the front, one on the back, you're good to go. One thing I really like about this trailer is just some of the details that they thought out. So you've got a hook up here to hold your stuff. I've seen way too many trailers that don't have this. You've got hooks for your safety chain, so everything's nice and organized. Then one of my favorite features is this switch here. You've got a nice bright light outside, and then also a nice bright light inside. So you've got all your stuff here. You pull this little cord, it unlatches, folds all the way down. They give you a sewer hose and a storage thing for it. I use my own that's a little bit different. This is your electric jack, but everything fits in here great. I wish they would have put some like hooks to hang your cables on, but I'm gonna add that myself. 2 6-volt batteries wired in series. But yeah, it's just nice that they gave you light, because we definitely load up a lot at night, and it's nice to be able to see what you're doing. Okay, so one other thing I forgot to mention, that we couldn't find any videos and any service information on their website until we owned one. So there's this switch on the back, and it goes to that light up there. And it doesn't look very bright right now, but at night it is super bright. I was going to put auxiliary lights on the back for when we're in the pits loading up carts and stuff. Super bright. It's been awesome. But that's what the switch does. If one of them has 2 switches here, then it's for an electric power rear gate. The salesman at the dealer we bought it at told us not to get one with an electric power rear gate, because apparently they see problems with them in the winter. Motors freeze up. This one has just the manual gate, and it has springs in it, and I'll see if I can show you how well they work here. This is a super heavy door, and you can pretty much drop it. Like, I might catch it a little bit. The springs catch it though, and then it's down. And as weird as it sounds, sometimes the springs are almost too much, and if you're on a little bit of an incline where there's something in the back that's up, you'll like step off of it and it will go up a little bit. It's not doing that right now, but the springs are super heavy duty. It's like garage door springs under there, so you don't have to worry about the door falling and hitting you. But the only other critique I'm going to tell you that we've noticed, when you're on flat ground and you have this gate down, that ramp is steep. So like, we're not driving a side-by-side in it, we're pushing go-karts up it, and it is steep, like way steeper than a normal enclosed trailer, because this rear bumper is like 2 feet from the ground. So you are a decent distance off the ground where you have to make it up that ramp with a cart, with whatever. It's just something to keep in mind. When this is on flat ground, it's at a good angle. We struggle getting carts up there. We have a big toolbox we roll in there. You're not gonna do it by yourself super easy. But when you drive a side-by-side in it, we have a Honda Pioneer 700. Tons of room, doesn't even come close to hitting anything. I could see easily fitting 2 side-by-sides and like a couple dirt bikes, maybe 3 side-by-sides. And then one other thing I'll just show you real quick here. You've got 2 handles. And then that just magnet latches down. and you've got a full screen door. So if it was nice outside, you could just pop it. And there you go. Other than that, that was the only thing I just wanted to mention. This switch here, super bright light, awesome. Okay, so if you have any questions about the RPM trailers, if these are the same in the same lengths, they come in different options. But if you have a question about living with one, if you're thinking about buying one, feel free to comment or shoot us a PM somewhere. We've had it for about a month. I love it. If I wrecked it today, we go buy another one. So like and follow, and if anybody has any questions, we'll try to respond to it with a video. Thanks for watching.